The greatest drawback of moving forward on deploying electric buses, I don't think there are any drawbacks. I can't think of any drawbacks. I guess the drawback for the old combustion engine manufacturers.
A year and a half ago, I moved to DC to study environmental policy. After working for an organization that studies alternative fuel use in the DC region, I learned about DC's pilot program for electric buses. I spoke with some experts to find out if this is the future of America's public transportation system.
We cannot achieve our climate goals without addressing transportation.
Transportation accounts for 27% of all greenhouse gas emissions in the United States. That's why many environmental advocates say that shifting to electric vehicles is essential. And the way the landscape is trending, it seems like EVs are going to be the way of the future.
The performance of these vehicles is very, very good. You have very low maintenance because there are just many fewer parts. The battery performance has been getting better and better, and as I said, the cost has been dropping a lot. Internal combustion engines are only about 10% efficient. We do so much better with electric motors.
Many cities are starting to realize the benefits of electric vehicles. Washington, D.C. is a leader in the adoption of electric buses into their public transportation fleets. Eric Belmont runs the DC Electric Circulator bus program, and he sat down to talk with me about how it's going 6 months in.
We just got 14 electric buses and we put them into service, so we just want to see how they work. We paid probably a little over $1 million for electric buses. Our diesel buses, for comparison, are about $690,000.
However, projections show that the overall cost may balance that out or even save money over time.
Electric buses don't have to deal with as many parts. They don't have as many liquids. All you have is the motor. 3 pieces. 2 people could probably pick it up and take it out.
While electric buses have zero tailpipe emissions in a city, the electricity generation to charge them still creates greenhouse gas emissions.
Long term, we'll be looking at making sure that we get our power from a sustainable source. Not only are we having zero emissions on the tailpipe, but we're getting zero emissions from the source of electricity.
Being a regular bus commuter, I especially care about how electric buses reduce air pollution's negative effect on people's health.
A big cause of lung-related health issues from buses and from diesel particulate matter. So we're really going to be looking at what a significant difference that has on our communities.
Researchers have found that diesel exhaust was linked to higher rates of mortality, premature death, brain disease, cancer, asthma, and more. Adapting to new technology is a universal problem, but some cities may face challenges getting their electric bus programs funded in the first place. Rick Nuno studies the policy issues surrounding electric buses.
Well, they need infusion of cash to pay for the initial investment in the electric buses. And there are several programs. The FTA has been withholding money that was appropriated by Congress both in 2017 and 2018 that could have potentially been used for these electric buses, as well as other public transit projects. Just because they don't like public transit, which is not a very good reason.
Nobody's come to us and said, I wish you hadn't bought electric buses.
People who have any experience with electric vehicles or buses, they always really are positive. I mean, that's been my experience every time I've talked to anybody about them.
I don't think there are any drawbacks. I can't think of any drawbacks. I guess the drawback for the old combustion engine manufacturers